Hey guys, this is Marcus Maximus with Go, and today we have a special guest, PROTEO Tokenomics expert, Jose. Jose, how you doing today?
Hi, Marcus. Nice to be here today.
Yeah, thank you for coming on the channel. I really appreciate your time today and coming here to educate the community on this upcoming project here. So today we're basically going to be starting off with getting to learn more about Jose, and then he's got a presentation for us, and then I'm going to be asking some questions at the end here. So why don't you tell us about yourself, and we'll start with that.
Yes, I will do a short introduction. I'm pretty sure some of the members of Elrond community will know that, but I will try to be short. Like I started with Elrond Network 3 years ago, and then after a lot of hours and efforts, we go to mainnet. I'm founder of the Palm Tree Network, a staking provider. And then the last year, we founded a spin-up that is Moonlorian. This spin-up is a software factory focused on Elrond Network. So what we do is help projects to build really good stuff, and actually we help them to build everything, the tokenomics, the business model, the marketing, and so on. So it's not only software. So that's more or less like the short version, and also
That's awesome.
Spanish. Yeah.
Sounds like a great gig.
Yes, and we will see if you don't mind. I can start with the presentation.
Yes, please do.
Okay, and then we go to questions. Okay,
Okay.
I will try to do it like fast enough to have time for question, but at the same time at good pace for people. If anyone needs to hear again something, is easy on YouTube. Put it again on 1 minute before, and you can hear it again. Okay, there's a lot of components here. Okay,
Okay.
so PROTEO DeFi is a project designed to complement Maiar exchange. You can see it now in the bottom right. You will know why it's designed to complement Maiar exchange. Okay. So first of all, the builders that are behind PROTEO. PROTEO has we find PROTEO team last summer and started building with them, designing everything last summer. So it's like 1 year ago. So actually, Mario and Esteban are super cool and smart people that they are very committed to bring DeFi solutions, decentralized and a good DAO to the ecosystem, to the blockchain ecosystem. And Sergi and myself from Moonlorian help them to build like all the business plan and the tokenomics for the project itself. Okay.
Okay.
Then, first of all, we have done last year a deep market research of DEXs, of the DEX industry, especially on Binance Smart Chain and Polygon during last year. What we saw there was very interesting. Every new platform that comes to the market, because it was like mushrooms, every week one platform new. So
Yeah.
every new DEX that comes requires you to build new LPs. The LPs compatible for this DEX actually. So and the farms of every DEX were using their own LPs. Okay, so the main problem was when a second DEX comes to the market, the first DEX lose the liquidity because the liquidity moves to the super high APR. We are launching new platform promotion or whatever. So people were following for the 500% APR. So the liquidity was following these launching APRs, one DEX after the other, and the result was that almost every DEX died. Is like a cemetery today because it's broken. It's a broken system actually. So
Yep.
uh, our conclusion was to create something different for the Elrond ecosystem, to try not only to create, we were not only thinking on PROTEO. From Moonlorian, we were working on a system that helps really the whole Elrond ecosystem. Okay, so the approach is very different. Is we focus all the DeFi platforms focusing on Maiar DEX LPs, these files itself, these standards, you know, the LPs, the liquidity pools of Maiar DEX.
Yep.
So a user, an investor with these LPs, I don't know, right? Eagle LPs, for example.
EGLD, Max as a pair, EGLD USDC.
Exactly. These LPs can be deposited on Maiar DEX farms to earn MEX, but also you can decide, instead of going to Maiar DEX, going to another platforms like PROTEO DeFi farms to earn PROTEO, or another new DeFi platform farms that comes maybe later on to the Elrond ecosystem to earn other tokens. Okay, so with this approach, we are not competing for the liquidity. Okay, and now
so basically what you're doing there is you're sharing the same farm, right? And then you can put the pairs. Yes, you're sharing the same exact pool, but the farm, you can be farming PROTEO on your DEX, and you can be farming MEX token on the Maiar DEX.
Exactly, Marcus. Exactly. So this will be a bit specific, okay, a bit deeper, but it's important to understand it.
Okay.
More rewards means more liquidity. Okay, I put an example here. On this example, on day one, we have on the farm Eagle USDC of Maiar DEX. Imagine that we have an APR of 110% in LKMX. The total liquidity in this farm today is $80 million, and the yearly rewards value in dollars today is $88 million yearly, okay, in rewards. So in the second day, let's say that PROTEO DeFi launched a new farm for the same LP tokens, the Eagle USDC, with a 200% APR in PROTEO. It's just an example. What market will do is some liquidity, maybe $10 million, will move to PROTEO DeFi farm, and from the Maiar DEX farm will go to PROTEO DeFi farm. The liquidity is the same, so we have the same liquidity on Maiar exchange. Is how it is split between the farms, resulting in, as we have the same annual rewards in the farm of Eagle USDC on Maiar DEX, this APR is now 125%, okay, because we have less liquidity. We have 70 million deposited, okay? So on day three, we will end with $80 million plus $10 million in LPs, because the market will trend to fill again the farm Eagle USDC in Maiar DEX until 110% in LKMX. It happens because a lot of people think that the APRs are like decided by the team or something like that, some kind of fixed APR, and it's not the case. Actually, the APRs we see in Maiar exchange or in a DeFi is actually like a survey, like a community survey. Actually, what is happening is this 110% APR is what the market is telling us that is fair enough. Okay, so the liquidity will be deposited until we reach a point where the market say, okay, I will not deposit more, is fair enough, is interesting enough to not removing and not adding. So we have an equilibrium, and it depends always on the assets you are putting there and the reward. Okay, it's not the same if the reward, for example, Eagle USDC, say that Eagle USDC. Imagine that the reward instead of LKMX was Eagle instead of LKMX.
Okay.
With the same $88 million on Eagle, you will get like 3 times more liquidity, because people will search maybe for 30% APR or 40% APR, because the asset you are getting is like people like more. Okay, so actually I explained it that because a lot of users and users that has been like 1 year, 2 years using farming think that the APR is something fixed. Okay, and what is fixed is the amount of LCAMEX the Elrond team decided to put every day in one farm. That's the
Right.
only metric.
So then the APR will drop the more liquidity that's in there, the more people that are in there.
Exactly. So adding new proposals like PROTEO DeFi farm for Eagle USDC will end increasing liquidity in the ecosystem. That's it. The pool Eagle USDC LP on Maiar Exchange will be a pool with more liquidity at the end. Okay, split in several farms, in Maiar Exchange farms and PROTEO DeFi farms. I know it's a bunch of numbers, but actually it was needed, okay, to explain that.
Oh, I get it.
Okay, so this is like a sustainable model because instead of fighting for liquidity, like we saw on Binance Smart Chain and Polygon ecosystem, we are proposing here to work together to grow Maiar DEX liquidity, okay, with these both proposals, both farms. And then we will try to inspire new teams. Say that a team is preparing a new DEX, a new DeFi platform for Elrond. We encourage them to look this proposal and try to use Maiar DEX LPs. Don't use your own LPs, okay? This way, all of us will earn. It's a win-win proposal for sure, okay? So we have Maiar DEX farms, PROTEO proposal, token 2 proposal, token 3 proposal, all of them are growing the liquidity on Maiar DEX. Okay, same liquidity pools.
Okay.
And this is super important, especially for small projects. Imagine a project like Aerobec, for example. If you end having your liquidity splitted in 3 platforms, like $80,000 here, $70,000 here, the liquidity is not enough in each of these platforms, is not enough. But together is a good liquidity.
Right.
So,
right. Because then you're adding it all up. So then
exactly.
you can double it, triple it, quadruple it.
Perfect.
That's good for
Exactly.
slippage. It's good for, you know, if a big whale wants to come in and make some buys, they don't have to just skyrocket the price. Because I do hear from other people discussing it. I think Raul Paul is one of the most famous ones right now discussing crypto. But basically, there's some serious liquidity issues in the crypto markets right now, and that's also what scares institutions away. So I mean, this if it's institution friendly for DeFi, that would be a big deal.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So Proteo specific value proposal, and that's something important to explain, is this model, sorry, I will go back again.
Okay.
This proposal makes only sense if each one of the proposals, like Proteo proposal, token 2 proposal, token 3 proposal, each of them needs to bring something to the table. It's not about, okay, I will create a token and then I will do a farm and I will reward this token. It's a nonsense. The token needs to have some value, you know, needs to really to have a value proposal. That's something important, okay? So Proteo, we defined a value proposal that has several components. One is the auto stake, meaning that you will be able to stake Proteo and like forget about it, okay? Because the rewards goes directly to the auto stake pool, and then you don't need like to harvest and reinvest, okay? You have then the special farms for elite investors. We will see later on what's a Proteo elite, but it will be super interesting, actually. It's part of the value. Then we will have single asset farms. We really need it on Elrond Network. It is needed, you know? So we will have single asset farms like staking, for example, USDC and getting a good APR.
Just on USDC, just that's it, just one token. Okay.
Exactly. Without impermanent loss, you know, and the same with Eagle, staking Eagle to have a good APR, okay? We will have also lending with S-Proteo. S-Proteo is your share is a token that is your share of the auto stake pool. Okay, so with this share, you can ask for a loan, and your collateral is growing every day because it's getting new rewards. Okay, so your collateral is continuing growing while you enjoy your loan. Okay,
That's
then we
interesting.
have,
So the S Proteo, is that what makes the bonds possible and the lending? I'm a
yeah.
little confused by that process.
Yes, the S-Proteo is like your share
Hmm.
of the auto stake. Okay, so if in the auto stake you have say 1% of the auto stake in total, and there are like 1 million Proteo inside, 1% will be like 10,000 Proteo. Okay,
Okay.
if I'm not wrong. Okay, so this 10,000 Proteo means that you will have a 1% of the S Proteo supply. That's for sure, because if you own 1% of the auto stake pool, you own 1% of the S Proteo supply. Okay, so it's more easy to see it working than explaining. I can
Okay.
I can say to you, but we have also the long-term supporters raffles. It will be crazy because we are speaking about every month like $50,000 raffle
Oh wow.
for the for the supporters, for the elite investors actually. Then we have also dual farms, really needed in the Elrond ecosystem. So we can deal with a partner. So if a project deals with Proteo DeFi, we can bring, as just as an example, you deposit right Eagle LPs on the right Eagle farm on Proteo, and you earn at the same time S Proteo tokens, and you earn right tokens straight.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yep.
so
Just
you
like
are,
meta staking, right?
yeah, is very similar to meta staking,
Okay.
exactly. But on meta staking, you are not earning LKMX, you know?
Right. That's right.
Okay, so only if you add LPs, you can do that, okay? Then we have the dynamic bonds mechanism. We studied Olympus DAO, Giro, and a lot of hyperinflationary models and their bonding mechanics. And the main problem they have is like uh, they cannot stop selling bonds because the inflation is so high, the APRs are so high, they are printing money continuously, that the problem is they cannot stop selling bonds. Otherwise, the position, the share of the treasury of the DAO will diminish very quickly against all the supply, you know. So they need
Okay.
to continually selling, and this selling bonds means selling with a discount. The problem is the selling pressure it creates. It's a good way to get new funds for the treasury and strengthen the project. So selling bonds is good. What is not good is not being able to stop. Okay. So the dynamic bonds mechanism that we designed for Proteo is like a smart engine that is able, depending on the market conditions, is able to offer more bonds, less bonds, or stop selling. Okay,
Okay.
can change can change the bonus, like only 10% bonus, 20% bonus, 30% bonus. Okay, depending on the market conditions.
Okay.
So this is super cool because will strengthen the DAO treasury. Think that Proteo DAO treasury is a really cool one because all the passive income is used every day to buy Proteo and burn it from the market. So buy Proteo and burn it. So the bigger the treasury, the more stronger the project, because we are aiming currently to have like 20-25 million dollars in treasury. So the passive income of that, imagine every day, the buying pressure every day. Okay.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah,
I seen you
exactly.
guys had some massive burn systems going on here, multiple ones.
Massive, massive. Yeah. And the buy pressure because we are buying from the markets actually. Okay. So this is super interesting. The treasury continues grow as I explained it now. And a complete DAO platform is one of the key points of PROTEO DeFi. Esteban and Mario, they are aiming for this DAO. So it's like the ultimate goal is to have a really community, a strong DAO to decide, for example, which partners, which farms, how many rewards on the farms, and these kind of decisions. Okay.
Okay.
And the burning mechanism is about the fees of the platform, because you have some fees on the platform, and also from the treasury buying. And then the max supply. This is something really important. Okay, it's really scarce. PROTEO is really scarce. We start with 3.5 million tokens just, and never will reach 20 million tokens. Okay, so the daily issuance is 1,000th part of the distance between the current supply and 20 million tokens. So this distance, 1,000th part, is the daily supply.
Okay.
So with this formula, we will never reach 20 million. This curve you are seeing here is a curve without burning. Okay, so no burning involved here.
Right. So you're never going to see the 20 million.
Yeah, never. Without burning, you never see it. But with burning, will be really, really tricky to see 20 million.
Now
Okay?
I can see on there the issuance. In about what 2 years, it's probably going to maybe quadruple. How will that affect the market in general? Just the token, the DEX.
The burning will burn just supply from the token itself. So the APRs, the point is the value accrued and the liquidity will grow like organically.
Okay.
So the price of PROTEO with his utility, because it has a lot of utility, we will see now more about that. But people will want to accumulate PROTEO. That's the point. So more users, more demand. The supply is really scarce. So we expect like less issuance, but higher price per unit. Okay, so
Okay.
that's the approach. Then we have PROTEO Elite. This is crazy good. If you hold more than 500 S PROTEO, then you become elite. And imagine a DeFi platform where some special farms, like single asset USDC, is reserved, okay, like a good Spanish jamon, okay, is reserved for elite investors.
Yeah.
It means that the APR will be super good for that, okay, because it's only for elite PROTEO
Okay.
users.
You get special farms with
Yeah,
maxed out APR. I love it.
yeah, and at the same time, what we want is these elite users say that you are a semi whale or an entire whale, okay,
Yeah.
and you want to deposit like, I don't know, 500,000 USDC inside the single asset. Okay, so what we have done is a system where you will want to accumulate more S PROTEO. You will want to buy them and save it, because there is a max, there is a deposit limit that is linked to your position. So you can be an elite with 500 S PROTEO, or you can be an elite with 5,000 S PROTEO. Okay, so
Yeah.
the deposit limit will grow if you save your rewards and increase your S PROTEO. So that's something really important to avoid people dumping everyday rewards. We don't want people dumping.
Right.
We want
It's that,
people,
especially the whales, right?
especially the whales,
Okay.
exactly. So
Or early investors.
yeah, it will worth to save it.
Right.
That's the point. They will earn more saving it and increasing their position. Okay. And then in the first day, we will have a ratio 500 PROTEO is 500 S PROTEO, but it will change. The PROTEO index is this ratio between PROTEO and S PROTEO. So imagine the pool first day 1 million and 1 million. Okay, 1 million PROTEO, 1 million S PROTEO. But we put inside the pool every day PROTEO rewards, you know, in the auto stake. So this ratio can only go on one direction, up. Okay, that's for sure. Okay, because there is no event where you can remove PROTEO without removing S PROTEO. Okay, the only single event is adding PROTEO without touching the supply of S PROTEO. Okay,
Okay.
so this PROTEO index will grow continuously, meaning that investors that goes the first days and swap 500 PROTEO by 500 S PROTEO are in a super good position. Okay, imagine like 2-3 years later, a PROTEO index in 5.0. It means that your elite position, instead of being 500 PROTEO, is 2,500 PROTEO. Actually, your 500 S PROTEO is 2,500 PROTEO equivalent. Okay.
Yeah.
Now put the price of PROTEO and you will have something interesting there.
So with the auto staking though, there was 8%, 6%, and 4% and 2% for the withdrawal fees. So
Yes.
those were burn fees actually, and they were on the whole entire withdraw.
Yeah, the withdrawal is exactly 100% of the withdrawal fees goes to burn directly. Okay, so
And then the
this
more you're
8%,
withdrawing, so the idea is for long-term holders, the more you withdraw, the lower the fee, right?
yes, yes. The idea is, instead of pushing every day, like if you want to cash out, okay, I can understand it, but do it on batches every several weeks. Okay,
Right.
try to save and do it in one shot. Okay, because the main problem we saw also is that is very curious, because it's more dangerous to have a small pressure all the time, all the days, than having a big red candle in a moment and that's it. It is not so dangerous, actually,
So
you know.
with this auto staking and that burn feature, is that the same fees on the other farms, or are the other farms
No,
okay? So the other
no.
farms are negligible, like the Maiar DEX. It's just the auto staking.
Yes, it's just the
Okay,
auto stake. The
got it.
farms didn't have any withdrawal fee. Okay, what we have on the farms that is very different to Maiar DEX is the HC harvest cycles. Okay, Proteo harvest cycles, you will see that in the farms like HC10, HC20. Okay, so this harvest cycle means the frequency you can harvest. Okay, so a farm may have, for example, a harvest cycle of 20 days. Okay, it means that every 20 days you will see a counter. Every 20 days you can withdraw. It's your own
Okay,
counter. It's not a counter for everyone. So it doesn't mean one day everyone will harvest. It's your own counter
okay,
from the,
gotcha.
okay, from the moment you deposit, 20 days. Okay, so what we have done is your rewards, instead of being single PROTEO, will be S PROTEO, meaning that during these 20 days, your rewards are growing actually, because are on auto staking directly. Okay, so you cannot harvest until 20 days, but on the other hand, you have it on auto stake directly.
Okay.
Okay. Then we have 5 super cool NFT partners that we have really good plans with them, with Battle of Nodes, Krogan Coin, Giants, Space Robots, and Crypto Pits. We selected them by their teams, by their products, by their plans, and we have a lot of products on mind for the NFT partners.
What what
Then,
what type of gamification are you thinking there? Are you going to be doing like NFT raffles, so actually giving away NFTs instead of tokens? Are you going to be like uh, what do you got in mind for a gamification? Because the whole point of a DEX is to have transactions, right? You want transactions to create those the fees, to bring in the profits?
No, actually, on PROTEO DeFi, there are no, there are no transactions fee. So we use the Maiar exchange engine directly by security, by performance. So we directly use Maiar exchange engine, and we don't top up any fees. Okay, so actually the goal of the platform is to bring more liquidity to Elrond ecosystem. Yes, what I was explaining is that the platform, PROTEO was not built to get fees from the swaps. Was created to increase the liquidity of the Elrond ecosystem itself and bring like a model for other DeFi platforms to follow this path and use Maiar exchange LPs. Okay, so
that's really cool.
Our goal is liquidity, period. Okay, not volume. For the volume is Maiar exchange mission. Okay, so these NFT partners will bring first of all a lot of fun stuff. Okay, so we are thinking especially to like missions, like rides, like follow like puzzles, for example. Like we can put a puzzle and say the first 10 guys that solves the puzzle with the NFTs. So 2 NFTs of Giants, 2 of Krogan, 2 of Space Robots, 2 of Crypto, and 2 of Battle of Nodes. Just an example. The first 10 will get 1 eagle each. Okay, so we can make raids, we can make missions. It's for the community. That's a reward for the community because we believe on these projects and we want to help them. Okay, also a lot of integrations between projects, like being able to use like PROTEO on the merchant store of Giants, for example. So I can buy a shirt on the Giants store using PROTEO. Okay, so there are a lot of integrations also between the projects, but will be really fun. One of the biggest events we will have is after public listing, we will have PROTEO Hyper NFT campaign. It's between $200,000 and $400,000 price, okay? And we'll be able to join just the people that has these NFTs and SPROTEO. So you will need SPROTEO and these NFTs to participate.
Wild.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a 100 days campaign. Amazing. So then about the pre-sale, just a small summary here. We will have next 31st of May of 2022, the second pre-sale and the last one, okay, with $2.75 price per PROTEO with a minimum ratio, okay, because we don't want like investors of the first pre-sale paying more EGLD than the investors of the second pre-sale and so on. Okay, so there is like a minimum ratio change.
Okay.
And up to 25% discount for NFT collectors. Okay, so these NFTs, you deposit them on the pre-sale decentralized application, and you will get 5% for each collection. So 1 NFT of Giants, 1 NFT of CryptoBits. Maybe you only have, maybe you only have, you maybe own just a couple of NFTs. You don't need all of them,
Yep.
So you will have a super cool discount, so you pay less. Okay. And then I will explain the new fair distribution system. We build it on Moonlorian, and we will use it on more projects. Okay, PROTEO DeFi Presale 2 will be the first one, and it's a really cool system. You will need, as a user, that step 1, whitelist yourself. So you need to go to whitelist.proteodefi.com, and with a Maiar application, you scan the QR code and you join the whitelist. It's free to join, but you cannot be a bot, okay? You cannot use JSON, you cannot use a ledger, you cannot use multiple wallets. You need your phone, okay? That's important to avoid bots.
Yeah, so you have to use the Maiar app on your phone, period. That's it. So you'll have to have
Yeah,
a phone number to do it. I like
that's
that. So then, we've seen what's happened in the past, so that's a great
yes.
way to do it.
Absolutely. Step two will be to acquire some partners NFTs. There are some investors that are maybe buying one NFT or a couple of NFTs for the discounts and for the upcoming campaigns, not only for the discount. Then step three, stake your NFTs for discount in the decentralized application. Step four, you buy tickets. There are between 1 ticket and 30 tickets. Each ticket is 100 PROTEO, okay? So then we go, it's like 72 hours. So people has plenty of time to set up their ticket purchase, okay? So if you are working or you are a bit sick or whatever, you have time to recover and to buy, okay? And
Absolutely.
step five, fair distribution execution. How it works? Imagine investor A, B, C, D. Each one of these is an investor, and then the investor E purchased 8 tickets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tickets. Investor B 2 tickets. Investor C 1 ticket. Okay, and then
Okay, that makes sense. So I see what you're doing. Yeah, I see how you're doing the levels there. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so round one, the smart contract will deliver 100 PROTEO to each investor that bought at least 1 ticket. Then round two, if funds remain, if there's balance yet, it will distribute 100 PROTEO again to each investor. In this case, the C will not get it.
Right.
D, E, G, H, the I will not get it. J, K. Okay, so if it remains round three in the smart contract, we deliver 100 PROTEO. So this is the more fair system
This is brilliant. I like this. This is, so basically, if you had 10,000 people trying to buy PROTEO, potentially all 10,000 could possibly get their hands on PROTEO. And then if that was it, we wouldn't go to round two, for example. But depending on how many people there are in this and how much money they're putting in, they can make it to possibly round two, depending on how spread out this gets. I really like this. This is a good idea. This sounds
it
really
takes
fair.
it takes to Moonlorian to do so many iterations, so many models. We started doing pre-sales events. I don't remember, maybe in October or something like that, and we have done like 40 pre-sale events, and we made several iterations, models, lotteries, a lot of things. And at the end, we end with this model that we think is the more fair. Actually, it's a wide distribution system to ensure everyone has a good portion of the P.
I'm impressed. I haven't seen anything like this. I don't know if there's anything else like this out there.
I don't see it. I don't saw it. And that's my presentation. No, now we can go to questions. Okay,
yeah,
Marcus?
I got a few here for you. One thing here, you actually answered a lot of these questions, so I gotta skip through a few of these. So what is your relationship right now with Elrond Network? It sounds like it's a really good relationship here. So what's that look like?
Sure, for sure. I think that when I started, I remember in a chat room on Riot, because we don't have yet a validators chat on Telegram. On Riot, we were like 10 people there with Lucian, Minko, Benjamin. So starting the testnet when no one else was there, So and currently we have so many projects with Moonlorian. Actually, we have 35 projects under the hood. We are helping now,
Oh, yeah.
So it's super huge, the amount of work. And actually, we are talking with Elrond team almost every day for ensuring that everything is going smooth. We have their support completely.
Absolutely. So one thing we didn't really touch on here was some of the things on the decks. You're gonna have EGLD pairs, Mex pairs, Proteo pairs. You're gonna have dual farming. Um, you're gonna have shared pools with the Maiar DEX here. How is that going to affect the tokenomics for seeing more Proteo pairs, right? Because that's gonna be part of um, the use. So the need and the
Yeah,
want for Proteo, because you're gonna have so many different pools. You're gonna have stable coins as well.
yeah. Actually, our plans is to push the ecosystem, as I say. So we are thinking more on rewarding Eagle USDC than Proteo USDC. So actually, what we want is to increase the liquidity of the most important pools in the ecosystem. Okay, so Proteo itself needs one or two farms, maybe Proteo Eagle, that's for sure. But not all the pairs will be against Proteo.
Okay,
Most of them will be against Eagle. Period. You know.
gotcha. But you'll still need the Proteo to use the decks.
Yeah, you need, it's like the key to open doors. So
Gotcha.
if you want the best farms, you want S Proteo. That's it. And you want to accumulate it. Okay.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so whose idea was the shared farms? Because this is a brilliant idea. Like, was this Elrond Network's idea from the beginning? Was this your idea, Moonlorian, Proteo? What
Which
happened
one?
here?
Sorry, Marcos. Which one? What idea?
The idea to actually share the farms. To
Yes, it was. I need to say that it was mine.
That's awesome. This is a great
So,
idea. I mean, I'm really digging this. This sounds like you guys are solving some serious issues.
yeah, but something curious is we had a team of admins on Elrond ecosystem last year studying and exploring the DEX ecosystem. Okay, before we launched the Maiar exchange, we have like a close group of admins trying several platforms and so on, and it was like the seed for us, for Moonlorian, to continue studying, researching deeper and deeper the Binance Smart Chain and Polygon, what was happening actually. And it was like a common problem. It's
Yeah,
like the,
right.
the common problem
Liquidity is
was,
the common problem, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
but the model itself, because they were fighting for liquidity, you know?
Yep, exactly. The Dexes were fighting for it. They're like, no, come to my pool.
Yes.
Okay.
Instead of, but the main problem is, how do you achieve consensus, Marcus, about who is the DEX that rules the liquidity? We can do it that easily on Elrond because we are like a big family. We respect everyone, and we all know that the we need to support Maiar DEX. Period. Okay,
It's
but
not a
if you
zero
go to
sum game.
yeah, if you go to Polygon, for example, who decides what is the platform to support?
Okay. Nope, that makes sense.
Is really difficult, you know. And that's something like an advantage for Elrond ecosystem. We can do what other ecosystems are unable to do. It's not about copying us. It's about deciding which platform you put in the center for taking care of the liquidity pools. On Elrond ecosystem is so easy because at the end, Maiar DEX is almost at the protocol layer. The nodes itself has been upgraded the code for making Maiar DEX faster. So Maiar DEX is super integrated with the protocol. So what better engine for the liquidity in the ecosystem than that?
Okay. No, that I love this. I love how synergistic it really is.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next thing on your roadmap here is MVP. What is that?
minimum viable product. Okay, the roadmap, this roadmap is an overview, like very high overview, and I will explain better the next 8 weeks. Okay, so the next 8 weeks we have really 4 important milestones. First of it is a public testnet. Okay, so
that was my next question.
yeah, we will release a Proteo version 1 testnet. Okay.
Okay.
The second important milestone is the pre-sale 2. Okay, making this event properly and the fair distribution and everything going smooth and secure. Okay, pre-sale 2 we have at the end of May. Then during June we will have the bootstrapping process for Proteo version 1 on mainnet. So people will have auto stake live, rewards live, elite program live, elite farms live, single asset farms live. All this stuff on during June. Okay.
Oh wow.
And we will prepare the last milestone, that is the public listing. I think for the first, second week of July. We are yet deciding, also with Elrond team, but more or less in the first half of July. Okay.
Okay.
The public listing, and we will also create like a pre-farming of LPs, so people will be able to mint LPs of Proteo and Eagle and deposit it to earn a super high APR rewards before the public listing.
So like, is it gonna have something kind of like that 8-week Maiar DEX bootstrapping phase for APRs, like something pretty wild?
Yeah, it's something. Yeah, pretty wild. Well, I mean, it's a scarce token in the sense that wild is 100% APR. You know, we will see. But
Okay.
think on that. It's a super scarce token. So
And it's got some crazy burn mechanisms. I mean, you guys are burning left and right. You have pools to burn it. I mean, you're constantly buying. There's all the fees are from that auto staking is burning it. And then you want to your pools from the Maiar DEX that you're earning. You want to everything, all the mechs you earn. You want to buy Proteo and just burn all that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's the key. So we give some way, because we know that actually selling LKMX at some point will mean like it's a selling pressure, but we try to create something that is worth it. So as an ecosystem, we bring liquidity to Maiar exchange, and in exchange we get rewards LKMX that we swap to Proteo to burn it. Okay, 1 year later. So it's like a value exchange in this case.
I gotcha. So
and we will participate. Sorry, Marcos.
Go ahead.
But Treasury will participate also on other platforms. For example, as Swap. I'm pretty sure the Proteo DeFi Treasury will have also assets on as Swap to earn rewards and be able to buy Proteo and burn Proteo.
Gotcha. Now, will the Proteo DEX get the price discovery mechanism?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's for the Maiar DEX.
We will go like a Black Hat Network, you know, straight to public listing, straight. Because the price discovery mechanism today, they release it at version 3, so it's yet like in under construction. They are improving, making iterations, and it's not yet really ready for the community to use. Okay, so
nope, that's fair. It's kind of like they're still working on the 3 sharded DEX, and they're going to start with pools first. But eventually their end goal is for like Proteo to be able to have a 3 sharded DEX, right? Adapt.
Yeah. Actually, all the performance that they do on the Maiar exchange engine will be available on PROTEO DeFi
Oh, I
by
love that.
default.
That's cool. That's
Yeah,
really cool.
but because when you use, I don't know, the swap, we will have like an embed swap. So you have the interface integrated on PROTEO DeFi. You can swap, but it's using Maiar exchange engine actually, you know? So everything, if Maya is like multi-shard smart contracts, if they achieve that super cool goal, we have it as a PROTEO DeFi also, you know?
Yep, that makes sense. Now, this question here, it's been a brutal week for the crypto markets. There's How is a recession and prolonged bear market going to affect you guys? Let's just be dramatic here. So let's just say it's like a 2-3 year bear market coming. How long can the project survive? Is everything just, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got it. Yes, the actually the project can survive perfectly,
Okay.
perfectly. The team itself, they have like the first shot that we have with the first presale is for them is more than enough to be 3 years developing the project. Okay, indeed, the second presale will go straight to treasury, you know, because actually they don't need it for development. Okay,
Okay.
so the project is safe at that point. No matter if we sell presale 2, if we don't sell it, no matter. Okay, we can develop the project perfectly. Then in this scenario you are telling me this this scenario of 2-3 years bear market. Well, at the end we have a model with an scarce token, so some users will see like a good option to deposit, for example, USDC in a bear market. They will be able to deposit at some point also rapid Bitcoin, single asset. Okay, so they will be able to be like more in a defensive position. Okay,
Yeah.
on PROTEO DeFi, and I don't want to say the smarter, but the people that do research will see like a good opportunity first 2 years to accumulate a good part of the supply of PROTEO token, because actually most of the supply distribution happens on the first 2 years. So if you are there and you are accumulating instead of dumping,
Yes.
you are in a super good position. Some is not difficult for someone to get something like 0.1% of the supply. Seems crazy to have a 1000% of the supply, but if you are 2 years saving, accumulating, is not so difficult, you know,
No,
because
that makes
other,
sense.
you know,
Yeah, absolutely. Um,
at,
it,
at some
it's
point.
It's actually really nice and kind of a breath of fresh air here to just talk to you, Jose, because the way the markets have been this week and everything, I think this would be nice to get people excited about something right now.
Yeah, I'm not worried about markets, because actually
Me
markets
neither.
will be always like short-term minded, you know. The important part is building good stuff, good products, and then a healthy ecosystem that helps each other, all the projects. And we have a community that I'm pretty sure we will continue, no matter what happens, you know.
I mean, I
Uh,
think we got the strongest community in crypto. I really do.
yeah,
Last year we
I,
were the second strongest, and we've been growing.
yeah, I'm not worried on that. I don't believe in a 2-3 years bear market anyway. I don't believe it. It may happen in I think that it may happen maybe, but will be shorter, like maybe 10 months, because the institutional part and the laws and several governments are moving through it, and there are several good Web3 projects, big ones starting. So adoption will come, and it will be for sure a shorter period than the last time. I'm pretty sure. So
I got another question for you here. Where do you see this project in 2 years and 5 years?
well, I see it's not a promise, okay, but for sure we have our estimations. So actually, the Proteo index will be something you will want to see on our dashboard when we are able to build it. You will see the chart, and Proteo index is growing continuously because, as I said, is the relation between Proteo and S-Proteo. Okay, so it will be increasing. My
User
estimation.
adoption.
Yeah, my estimation is around 5.0 Proteo index in 3 years, okay? Meaning that if Proteo is in, I don't know, $10 as an example, means that one S Proteo is worth $250.
Oh,
okay? Because it's 5 times, okay? 5 times this 5 times the Proteo quantity. Okay, so it's really interesting to see that, you know.
that is interesting. So, but the S Proteo isn't going to start that way.
This Proteo starts at the price of one Proteo because you will have a window like 5 days. We are discussing with developers like between 5 days and 7 days. Okay. We will let the community to swap Proteo by S Proteo without rewards. So you can go to out of state, but we don't drop rewards until we start. Okay, so these days is always 1:1 ratio because there is no rewards inside. Okay.
Okay, so how does it get to the 1:5 ratio then?
Then when the rewards starts, okay, every day we put Proteo inside the pool, but the S Proteo supply is the same. Okay, so okay, so the ratio between Proteo and S Proteo will grow continuously.
Gotcha. So S Proteo is the same from the beginning, and then Proteo it's coming into the network up until the max amount.
Yeah, every day goes to autostake every day.
Okay, I think that'll help people understand that as well.
Yeah, so this Proteo index will grow continuously, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So actually, if you have one Proteo in the pre-sale 2 is $2.75, you know. So if it grows to $10 per token, is just an example, $10 right. per Proteo at 5 points of Proteo index, you have $50 per S Proteo. That's the value. Each S Proteo will, in this case, will be priced in $50.
So, the point of that sounds like it's for long-term investors then.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
for sure.
Gotcha.
I recommend. Actually, I recommend because I recommend short-term traders to don't touch Proteo. I mean, it may happen perfectly that we launch on the public listing, and maybe on August we are on $3 and we are below the public listing price. Who knows? You know, the market is this way. So actually, if you don't understand the opportunity of buying in August at $3 Proteo, then you miss it, you know.
I mean, I seen it when I was doing the deep dive. I was like, whoa, this is pretty neat. And now everything I'm learning now, it's making me really excited.
Yeah, talking about deep buying is crazy. Some projects I'm enjoying every day with a bit of DCA, you know, DCA buying. For example, with UTrust at 11 cents is like it seems Christmas, you know.
I mean, I've been buying EGLD for 18 months now, so
yeah. There are several projects really at good prices, but yeah, you need to be like long-term mindset.
No,
but
go ahead.
Actually, sorry, Marcos. Actually, the whole project has been built to avoid short-term mine people, because you have, like, for example, the auto stake, you have the withdrawal fees. You need to wait 10 days for unbonding. You have the farms with the 20 days harvest cycle. So you have the elite farms. So if you save the rewards instead of dumping them, you get better rewards. So the whole ecosystem has been created for the long-term mindset.
No, I love that. This is great. It's exciting. And it's a good weekend to be excited about something too.
Yes, agree.
Is there anything else you need or want to add, or do you have anything coming up here? Do you have any plans for centralized exchanges this year?
We will first deploy these first 8 weeks, and that's the most important part.
Yep.
until the public listing, and then we will start building like the B2. So at the moment we go to public listing, we will start building the B2 of the platform with more things inside. I want to say that we have a Telegram community that is PROTEO DEFI, that is very, very active. And if anyone has doubts, I invite you to go there to our Telegram community in PROTEO DEFI.
Yes, definitely, guys. They were helpful for me when I was doing the deep dive.
Yeah. And that's it. I really like to have been here, Marcus.
Yeah, I really appreciate your time today. Why don't you let everybody know where they can follow you, PROTEO, and I'll leave links in the description box below the video for you.
Yeah, perfect. They can see the links. So I'm on Twitter. I'm Jose FCO IAP. Sorry, we will write it on the comments. And yes, I'm on the community. Actually, I live on Telegram with 100 groups. It's a bit crazy sometimes.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, you're in so many projects, right?
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Jose.
Thanks to you.
Yeah. Maybe we can do this again in the future, maybe in like 8 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. We'll see all the updates coming out and then check back in and go from there.
Perfect.
All right. Thank you, Jose. You have a great day.
And you too. Bye.
Right, bye. All right, I hope you guys found this helpful. If any of this information or it felt like there was missing information, make sure you check out my deep dive video that I just did on PROTEO. You'll find it at the end of the video, somewhere around these spots or something like that, guys. Leave your thoughts in the comments, smash that like, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Only I can make a change, slowly